Hi friends, what are the best customizations for the Artifact Heirloom in Apex Legends? I thought I'd put together this list of my favourite top 5 customizations for the Artifact Heirloom. Of course it's subjective calling it the 5 best, but if you're looking for some ideas of some cool customizations, hopefully this is going to help you. Oh, and by the way, let me know your favourite customizations in the comments down below. Maybe I'll feature them in a video someday. Also, you'll notice in this video I do use the Nitride component. To unlock the Nitride, you actually need to unlock the other sets for that component, which will cost you exotic shards, so just bear that in mind. I haven't bothered with the death boxes either in this video because, to be honest, I like my one-winged angel death box which I got from the Final Fantasy event. However, you can pretty much mix in any death box with these customizations that I'm going to give you, because they don't really change based on what you customize for your Artifact Heirloom. So let's get into the list. In 5th, this customization mixes up the original Cobalt katar heirloom and adds a new twist to it. The base you want to pick is the Nitride katar. This gives you that shape of the blade. Then you want to pick the Cobalt katar theme. This essentially gives you the pattern on the blade and creates that Cobalt feeling. Then select the power source and emote for the Nitride set. This gives you that purple flare and space-like emote. You can see the final result does give you this Cobalt katar feeling, but you get that Nitride base and power source which really add a new flair to the heirloom. And if I show you what it looks like in game, you can actually see it goes quite nicely with some of Alter's skins. Her tail is purple on a lot of these skins, and that's why it matches quite nicely with this customization. Also, I really like the power source on this one. You can see how it glows in the dark and it looks really cool. Let's move on to the 4th pick. This is more of a classic antique looking version, but I made it and I kind of feel like it's a nice looking heirloom, almost like something Indiana Jones might have found. You want to pick the Rhodium katar base set to start with. The Rhodium is actually one of my favourite designs for the blade. Next, you want to pick the Rhodium katar theme. This helps give the blade that antique feeling. Next, you'll then want to pick the gladius power source and emote. This helps give you that gold flare to the antique classic look, and you can see how amazing it looks when it glows in the dark in the firing range. Let's jump into the top 3 now. The 3rd best starts with the Molten katar base. This is one of the biggest bases and I feel like that's why it works well with this customization. You then want to choose the Electrum katar theme. This gives you those yellow design patterns on the blade. Then choose the gladius for the power source and the emote. This gives you a really nice combination of kind of a modern looking heirloom with the flair and flashiness of that gold highlight. It actually looks much better in game compared to when you're customizing it in the menu. If I show you in the firing range, you can see how much better it looks. And I feel like this is one of those subtle but also flashy at the same time kind of heirlooms. Jumping into the 2nd, I call this my Loba-inspired katar design. I made this as kind of a tribute to Loba. For this one you want to choose the Rhodium katar base. I feel it works well for this one. Then you want to pick the Nitride katar theme. This gives you that really cool pinky purple blade pattern, and I think it has to be my favourite blade pattern. You'll see why it works well for this design in a moment, because you want to pick next the Electrum katar power source and emote. It gives you this really cool blue turquoise spacey flare, but with the core pink purple pattern that I feel like works really well with Loba. And if you look at this thing as a whole, it kind of feels quite close to Loba's dive trail, hence why I call this my Loba tribute artifact customization. And you can see that when I show it to you in the firing range. In the dark it looks amazing, it glows. You actually get a few more of those turquoise flares coming through in the dark, but then when I take it into the light, you can see the purple pink blade design come to life, and that's what's cool about this heirloom. You almost get a different feel and a different vibe depending on the setting you're in when you're in the game, and that just adds another dimension to this really cool artifact design. Let's jump into 1st place now, and this is my favourite artifact customization at the moment. It's actually the one I use on most of my legends, and the main reason I like it so much is I just feel like it stands out so well, but also the colours really go well together. You want to start with the Molten katar base, then pick the Nitride theme, and then go back to the Molten katar for the power source and the emote. you end up with this really cool fiery artifact. And you can see those orangey red flames go so well with that pink Nitride blade pattern. A little like the Loba-inspired artifact in second place, this one does also have a lot of depth depending on the lighting situation you've got in your game. Again, if I show you in the dark areas of the firing range, you can see how much that fire comes to life. But then when you step into the light, those blade patterns come alive and those red flames really help accentuate that pinky purple design. So this is a great one if you want to look good in front of your teammates, but also just have a really cool customized artifact. And there you have it. Those are my 5 favorite Katar artifact heirloom customizations. Like I said, share your favorite customizations in the comments down below. I'd love to see what you guys are building. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you later.